Samantala, Pangulong Aquino hihilingin sa Kongreso na pagkalooban siya ng emergency powers. Ito'y upang mapigilan ang posibleng pagkakaroon ng power crisis sa taong 2015. Ang detalye ng balita mula naman sa aming kasamang si Haji Caaminio, mag-uulat mula sa Malacanang live.
Magandang hapon sa iyo, Kirby. Formal na hihilingin ni Pangulong Aquino sa Kongreso ang paglikha ng isang joint resolution na magbibigay ng additional generating capacity dito nga sa national government upang tugunan ang posibleng inaasahang power shortage sa darating na 2015. Sinabi ito ng Pangulo sa kanyang pagdalo sa groundbreaking ceremony ng Pagbilao 3 Power Plant sa Makati City kaninang umaga. Tiniyak din ni Pangulong Aquino na ang naturang resolution ay para lamang tugunan ang naturang power shortage.
Government-owned plants. More recently comes the news that these challenges may extend to Luzon as well, with a possible shortage of up to 300 megawatts next summer. I am told that the worst-case scenario even involves a shortage of around 1,000 megawatts. Let me assure you, we are keeping tabs on all the factors involved, and I am very much aware that government cannot be complacent in addressing these issues. After all, should there be a shortage, it is our people who will bear the brunt of the burden, and no amount of excuses or explanations will be able to temper the anger of the public. This is why our Department of Energy has intensified its coordination and consultation with consumers, industry stakeholders, and other agencies in its pursuit of solutions. Part of their efforts include the Interruptible Load Program, or ILP, which allows significant end users to disconnect from the grid, use their own generators, and receive compensation as approved by the ERC. But this is a voluntary program, and private companies will have their own valid reasons to choose to participate or not in this venture. We have generated 142 megawatts through the ILP, but effectively, dependable output is only 71 megawatts. Based on historical performance, and of course, 71 megawatts is significant, but is obviously still very far from addressing even the best case scenario of having a minimum power deficiency by next year. To be more efficient and impactful in our efforts, very soon, we will formally ask Congress for a joint resolution that will authorize the national government to contract an additional generating capacity to address the 300 megawatt projected deficit, and on top of that, to have sufficient regulating reserves equivalent to 4% of peak demand for another 300 megawatts. The Department of Energy will also continue to solicit participation for ILP until next year. Let me assure our partners from the private sector, government intervention will be focused solely on addressing the projected shortage. We have no plans of intervening to distort the market or complicate the situation even further.
Kirby, ito nga ay malaking oportunidad yung naghihintay para sa mga mamamayan sa pagsisimula nga nitong Pagbilao 3 Power Plant Project dahil makakalikha ito ng maraming trabaho bukod sa madadagdagan pa yung supply ng kuryente. Binigyang diin naman ni Pangulong Aquino na tumataas na yung demand sa kuryente kung kaya naman dahil na rin ito sa personal lifestyle ng mga Pilipino at dahil sa lumalagong ekonomiya ng ating bansa. Samantala sa iba namang mga balita ay nagbigay na ng direktiba si Pangulong Aquino kay DOTC Secretary Joseph Emilio Abaya upang tiyakin na gumawa sila ng mga hakbangin o measures para tiyakin yung safety ng mga mamamayan na sumasakay sa mass transport system, particularly itong MRT3, LRT Line 1 at Line 2.
Good afternoon. President Aquino directed Transportation Secretary Joseph Emilio Abaya to take all necessary measures to ensure the safety and reliability of the mass transport services provided by MRT3 and LRT Lines 1 and 2. In a meeting in Malacanang yesterday, Secretary Abaya informed the President that the scheduled delivery of 48 brand new coaches starting in September 2015 will increase the capacity of MRT3 by 66% and improve headway or the gap between trains to 2.5 minutes. Meantime, the following maintenance and improvement projects will be implemented. Train overhaul and general repair for 28 cars with a budget of 1.156 billion pesos. Upgrading of the power substations and ancillary systems at an estimated cost of 870 million pesos. upgrading of signaling system and computer software with a budget of 184.7 million, upgrading of radio communication system at an estimated cost of 110 million, replacement of old rail tracks with a budget of 119.5 million, replacement of traction motors with a budget of 94.5 million, and upgrading and replacement of elevators and escalators, especially for the benefit of persons with disability, senior citizens, and pregnant women, with a budget of 50 million. Procurement of these goods and services are either ongoing or will commence next month. According to DOTC, most of these will be fully implemented in 2015. Secretary Abaya also reported on the ongoing procurement process for a new maintenance service provider that will render service for the next 3 years.
At yan ang ating pag-uulat mula dito sa Palasyo ng Malacanang sa tulong ng RTVM. Ako si Haji Caaminio para sa Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Haji.